First and foremost, hearty congratulations to Raghu. Where are you, Raghu? Yeah. One of the reasons why I accepted this invite to come over is one, I wanted to personally congratulate any entrepreneur who starts a journey. Second, there's a bit of guilt in me, right? I missed one of his important milestones, which he recently celebrated. So I couldn't, attend his important milestone. So when Raghu called me, so I had to change my plans, and I lied to him that my calendar is free on Tuesday the 9th. But the matter of fact remains is that I had to change a bit of my calendar to make sure that I'm here. And I'm glad I'm here, Raghu. Hearty congratulations to you and all the 25 people who are part of SimplyBiz's. I'm definitely not worthy to speak, especially a gentleman who I revere a lot, Vishnu. I known him for now almost about 2012 is when I met. 11 years I've known you, sir. It's indeed a privilege to speak in front of you. He's a very calm, but a man who has accomplished always Nindu Kunda Aటువంటి Manushanu. I do want to start with this particular Sanskrit sloka. Dadati Viniyam, Viniyad Yati Partharam, Parthavat Dhanam Apnoti, Dhanat Dhamam Tat Sukham. Basically, which means education gives humility. From humility, one attains character. From character, one acquires wealth. And from wealth, one gets righteousness. And from righteousness, one gets happiness. SimplyBiz is in the business of providing that happiness to all the entrepreneurs in the coming years. So I'm happy that Raghu, you have ventured onto the journey of creating that happiness for thousands of people. MSR, by the way, there are only 3 R's in our state. There is a KCR, there is KTR, and then an MSR. So, you need to be watchful of those things. Right? You agree, right? And I need to do the justice. See, he does pay me for my stand-up comedy acts. So, he sends my checks, on a clandestine way. Under the table, so I collect that later on. MSR, you are on the dock for this, right? RRR. Raghu, one thing which I do believe is, after the God, if there is one thing which gets created, or one who creates things, is the entrepreneur, right? There's no one else in the world who creates after the God. An entrepreneur takes an idea, right, and then creates that idea into something objectified. And you are helping those entrepreneurs by you becoming an entrepreneur. So I do wish you the very best, where you can create that compliant entrepreneurs in the coming years, right? If what MSR said is true, I don't believe it is true, and I always quote this. I don't think there are 7,000 entrepreneurs in the state of Telangana. But if there are 7,000 startups, and if those 7,000 startups, if even 10% of them, right, become your customers in the coming days, I'm pretty sure you reach that 100 crore target. Not 4 or 5 years you are targeted, but maybe the next year. So MSR, you need to be very, very close pally of MSR in the coming year to make sure that you reach that, right? I'm not putting pressure on MSR, but I'm putting pressure on Raghu, right? Or the business development team of SimplyBiz. One thing which Raghu mentioned to me was that his focus is on MSME in the coming years. And I did want to congratulate Raghu, because MSME going forward, right, is going to be the backbone of a great country like India, right? There are millions of entrepreneurs, right, if you go by the whichever record. But unfortunately, they are stuck in somewhere, right? అటు స్వర్గానికి ఎక్కలేక అటు పాతాళానికి వెళ్ళలేక మధ్యలో బాధపడుతున్న ఈ MSME వర్గానికి you have to do that justice. And the only way to do the justice to the MSME is by making sure that they are compliant. You do help them through your transactional advisory services. So there is mergers and acquisition between the various MSMEs, right? There is an opportunity for you to do the other services about the funding part of the aspects where they can get the growth capital, right? I was talking to one of your advisors from the GMR, one of your advisors just now, right? Venkat, right? He was mentioning about how difficult it was for GMR to have that MRO business, right, in the beginning days, to give that opportunity, right? Probably you as a service provider, as you rightly mentioned, as a co-founder of that service, can act as a truly co-founder to bring those services so that this whatever millions of MSMEs can become, right, a 10,000 MSCs which are generating 100 crore revenue, right? Instead of having a million generating, a 1 lakh rupee revenue, even if we can have a 10,000 people generating 100 crore revenue, that's probably what simplifying the MSMEs could be the mode of SimplyBiz in the coming years. And I wish you all the best, Raghu. For all the people who don't know, I've known Raghu since 2007. My first investment into Indian, economy happened through Raghu. He was our company secretary for handling my first investment. And for the sake, what MSR said, how compliance is important. My biggest lesson in the entrepreneurship journey came through that particular venture, where we weren't focused on the agreements and all that stuff, right? Lessons learned. That shows how important SimplyBiz is to the entrepreneurs. Vikrant, you do a lot of angel investments, you do a lot of seed investments. We all do a lot of, ABN is an angel investor, right? We all do a lot of investments, but unfortunately we don't focus on the compliance. So you simplifying that process will simplify our jobs to make sure that entrepreneurs succeed, right? All the best. May God bless you and your team for the coming next how many years. I hope to see you in your silver jubilee in the next 25 years and have an opportunity to come and speak. Thank you all. All the best.